Well, I think there are a lot of problems, clearly, today in the Middle East. Your question of weapons of mass destruction. Now, I just do not get why we intervened in Libya if we are trying to convince people to see their weapons of mass destruction. If you're the Iranians and you see we actually go in and intervene once you do give away your weapons of mass destruction, what incentive do you have?
I think that's an interesting provocative point, but let me just set the context for viewers who are not familiar with this, right? Of course, Gaddafi had a nuclear weapons program, and one of the big victories that was announced during the Bush administration, which they chalked up to the Iraq intervention, but I think was absolutely not the case. It was a lot of diplomacy, actually, by the EU, convinced Gaddafi to give up his nuclear weapons. He gave up his nuclear weapons, and there is a case to be made that what he did was he gave up his nuclear program, and a few years later, there were NATO bombs essentially deposing him, and that essentially is a bad nuclear non-proliferation.
But my point